Our topic, Dancehall Now. This week we hear from Elephant Man. In the wake of his major comeback, the Energy God comes to premiere the Find It that brought him back to dancehall's frontline.
Tell them so we find it.
Salaam Remi, the famed American producer behind dancehall's invasion of the international mainstream during the 1990s.
Whoa, whoa.
Nobody has to know international recording star Kranium.
Yeah.
One of the few offshore Jamaican dancehall breakouts.
She feel like someone would make it out. But when
Sikka Rymes. For though Vybz Kartel spawned many impersonators, none is more a protege of the world boss than this Trench Townian.
that's alright, don't worry about it.
All coming up. Plus this week's e-news reviews and video stage. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Winford Williams. We'll be back.
Elephant man with the energy again. Dancers are get mad, them no dance from when.
All right, so we're excited to tell you that our Onstage TV app is now available in both the Apple and Android stores. Download it, share it, and be on our stage anywhere, everywhere, always. Stories making our e-news and reviews this week begin right now. Shaggy is pushing back on this Gleaner article published Sunday, November 3rd in the Jamaica Gleaner newspaper. The article generated widespread speculations about the promised proceeds to the Bustamante Hospital from the last staging of his Shaggy and Friends concert. The bombastic artist said the money was always in the bank.
The money has been in the account. We never touch the money. We never move with the money. We never carry it away. The money has been there the whole time. It's earmarked for an ICU. We will be turning it over to the Bustamante Hospital for Children to do this new project with Dr. Kenny Benjamin and the hospital. This was disheartening. Something happened to me a little while. Rebecca was asking me why I was in a bad mood coming home. My little 9-year-old daughter come to me and said, Daddy, I know why you're going to the meet now to tell them that you didn't steal the money. That licked my heart. That's my 9-year-old.
Fresh from a stint as the Little Mermaid Sebastian, Shaggy spoke at a press conference held at the hospital on Monday afternoon.
Talk to me a little bit about how you were able to tune out all that was happening in Jamaica, this big breaking story, and to zero in and focus on the production in front of you.
It took effort. It took a lot of effort. You kind of psych yourself up, and I remember my publicist even looking at me and say, hey, I know you're trying to make it look like it's not bothering you, but you're only human. I'm sure you know that it came in over 9 million, which is double what they thought they would have got as far as viewership. The soundtrack became #1. And on top of that, the Disney stock went up.
Looking back now at the excitement created in Jamaica and all the noise that we heard, I mean, I was bombarded with calls about this because we were all very sad, really, about it, because someone like you is an ambassador and a front man in the expansion, the growth, the international reggae and dancehall music, and kids and hospital. A story like that, with your presence in mainstream now, would be devastating for all of us in music, in Jamaica, as Jamaicans. And so I'm wondering, couldn't you have Scotia or somebody come out and say something to sort of quell this earlier?
No, because I couldn't trust the media at this point.
Yes.
This was in my eye trusted media source that misled us, because the conversation was had before and it was explained, and they kind of explained it in the article, but then the headline was misleading. And so to me, I couldn't trust any print media. To me, I have to come here myself.
Well, you know what was powerful today is when they put up that letter from Scotia, and when you said the money was always at the bank, it wasn't moved, it wasn't used for anything else, it was always there sitting.
Yeah, well, it was important, and it was important that Mr. David Noel came in just to show him face and say, hey, yeah, we stand by this, we'll back it. It's, you know, it's been there. And, you know, when you have that kind of attack on your credibility, I mean, you know, you can't help but be emotional about it. You know, and I apologize if I got a little bit too emotional, but it is what it is.
All right, so those are the stories making our e-news and reviews for this week. Stay with us. Still to come right here on stage. Elephant Man, out and back. In the wake of his major comeback, the Energy God will be here to premiere the Find It video that brought him back to dancehall's frontline.
Tell them so we find it.
Salaam Remi, the famed American producer behind dancehall's invasion of the international mainstream during the 1990s, with acts like Shabba Ranks, Kamoze, Super Cat and Patra.
Nobody nothing know, so you a give it up.
Nobody has to know international recording star Kranium, one of the few offshore Jamaican dancehall breakouts.
She feel like someone would make it out, but when
And Sikka Rymes, for though Vybz Kartel spawned many impersonators, none is more a protege of the world boss than this Trench Townian. All coming up right here on our stage. We'll be back.
sexy shape like a cola bottle. I'll be alright like I always been.
All right, so we're excited to tell you that our Onstage TV app is now available in both the Apple and Android stores. Download it, share it, and be on our stage anywhere, everywhere, always. Now, Vybz Kartel spawned many impersonators, but none is more a protege of the world boss than his Trench Town cousin, Sikka Rymes.
For me, I forgot why becoming a boss yet.
Sikka Rymes joins us right here on our stage right now with one of the hottest songs in Jamaica at the moment.
Your body built from a supermodel. Sexy shape like a cola bottle.
Sikka, blessed love, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good to meet you. Welcome.
Thanks.
Wow. So this song is blazing up the whole place.
Yeah, the whole place, local and overseas.
Okay, so talk about it. How did it come and how long have you been searching for a song like this?
Never really a search for a song like this, because from day one I've been sing about my true story, you know. But this one connect to them. You understand? Because everybody can relate to a topic like this.
Yes.
You understand me? Yeah, because nobody not really faithful these days. You know have no granny and papa again. You understand me? It's like everybody, you do something wrong, she find a next man. You do something wrong, him find a next woman. You understand me?
Yes.
So nobody not fight in a relationship these days. Everybody just move on.
So you bear the sound, you sound like the world boss. Okay, so all the man will not have the world boss. You know. Your thing is blood, right? It's blood?
Well,
yes?
well, not really blood. We don't know yet. You understand me? But somewhere
A DNA I forgot. A DNA test I forgot to do.
Something I forgot to do, but we're close, so you know we're a family same way.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're very close to him.
Yeah, very, very close.
And you had always been.
Always been.
How interested were you in music when he was still out here?
I was going to Cumberland High School at the time. And Shanstown, always I bring me go around. Always I bring me go road, always, you know. And then now X Factor took me up about 2011. Yeah, that's when I started music officially. Yeah. And then I wanted an artist name because I come from Rima, which is Trench Town. They used to call me like Sick Chip, aka Rima dance. So they must say, yo, that could work. You understand me? So Shanstown was keeping him birthday party in our country. And him said, I needed an artist name. So Shanstown and X Factor come together. One say Sikka, one say Rymes. So that's how I come about the name Sikka Rymes.
Okay. And so far, how would you sum up your achievement so far? Are you satisfied with how things are going?
Right now.
You must be satisfied with this, but
yeah, 2019 has been a great year in my career so far. Yeah, because I released a song about my true story, which is I'm diabetic, type 1. Yeah, his name is Stay Strong. Yeah.
So you're diabetic, yes?
Yeah.
Wow. And you managing that well?
No, not really.
But you can, right?
Yeah.
You will eventually get there.
Eventually, yeah, get there. Yeah.
So it's just a little bit of indiscipline on your part?
You know, more while the road, you know, you have to work hard, so you eat late and all of them things there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I go on the road and it's the insulin or something that has to be in the fridge all time. So it's not like I can bring it on the road, I do. So sometimes it kind of, you know, I eat late, take the medication late and everything about. When I reach there, everything gonna be all right though.
Okay, so you have family around you, your family. Talk about your family.
Yeah.
And that support is there for you at home,
Yeah,
right?
mommy always did it for me from day one. If I never fish sheep, I do the right here, you know? Because I know more I have some parents that really believe in them children. Them think what's best for them, you know? But my mother believe in me, believe in her. So she always there for me, you know?
Cool.
Yeah, so big up mommy and Angie.
And other siblings, your siblings?
Yeah, my sister, them know, big up themselves. Them always there for me as a big brother, you know? And big up my bigger sister, she still live at Trench Town too. And my stepfather split, I don't know, yeah.
So you moved out now?
No, I still live with them.
In Trench Town?
No, in Portmore now.
In Portmore now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have my own studio in my room.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So did you finish high school? Did you graduate?
Yeah, I finished high school. But, you know, cooking wasn't my thing. You know, that was like a plan B.
Oh, you wanted to be a chef?
Yeah, no, my mother is a cook, you know. But it's something in me. It's not like I really have to do the subject, but I know through my good at it, I just can finish it.
Okay.
But yeah, music.
Oh, cool. Well, the music sounds good, Bridget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so let's take your song right now.
Tell her no, girl, me not go beat you for your praise. Just to make you go your ways before you make me show me tears.
Like I'm Superman. That's the music of Sikka Rymes. Cartel, free Cartel. Why up your Cartel, I say?
Yeah, man.
You've done so many videos with it for him. You're like the stand-in actor.
Yeah,
for
it's
him.
coming like, you know, as a mother have a son, you know, you don't have a father and have to be the man of the house and the son at the same time. So basically that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
When him come out, you might have to go sit down and you go around the thing. Because, boy, you know, it's...
Him done said it, man. Our time now,
Yes.
you know, uptown, UTG, yeah.
So, what's his spirit like? How is he doing? What is he saying?
He's good and okay, man. Make sure every day we go and visit him, daily food and so forth, you know. Keep him up and thing, but he's okay. He's just waiting on the verdict.
And is he very optimistic about a positive result for him?
Yeah.
Yeah? In very good spirit and
Yeah,
waiting.
very good spirit and waiting.
All right, sir. And so, we're from here, sir. You must be, you booked now for the season. You have enough booking. What the booking now? Money a roll and things.
Bookings is okay, but for now I'm just still focused on the work.
Yes.
Yes.
Well then, this is a big encouragement for you.
Yes.
And so producers, are you willing to work outside of the Gaza camp?
Already I'm working with a lot of producers still, you know. As I say, there always gonna be somebody who can make a change. You understand me? Same way I meet Bounty Killer and you don't know, big up my grandfather.
So you produce yourself too?
Yeah, I produce myself.
You're serious about production?
Yeah. Not right now. We don't release any production under my label now.
Not yet?
Not yet.
But you're into it?
Yeah, I'm into it.
Oh, cool. We'll save the rest till when you come and perform live. Because when I tell you, I have to come give you a live, you know.
Yeah, man, sure.
You know what I mean? Because the thing sound wicked, the song is wicked.
Yeah.
This is a record that no one that's burning up the airwaves right now. Who could walk around the record like this? Listen, Sikka.
Respect.
Yeah, man, you're real ghetto youth, you know, real Trench Town youth with a whole heap of charisma and talent, bridging. And this, it there. All right, so there you have him right here in this segment. Sikka Rymes, definitely going places. Stay with us, still to come. The famed American producer Salaam Remi and
Kranium.
international recording star Kranium.
Nobody nothing knows.
One of the few offshore dancehall breakouts will also be here for a career update. And later,
Tell them so we find it.
Elephant Man with the premiere of the Find It song that brought him back to dancehall's frontline.
So we find it. Anyway, the dance, so we find it. Take it to them.
All right, so we're excited to tell you that our Onstage TV app is now available in both the Apple and Android stores. Download it, share it, and be on our stage anywhere, everywhere, always. He's credited as a producer on hit records spanning multiple genres.
I love Sikka Rymes, inside of me, private.
Whether stars like Tony Braxton, Amy Winehouse, Shaggy, Offshore, Alicia Keys,
Everything's gonna be alright.
Wycliffe Jean, just to name a few. He's also the producer behind dancehall's breakout into the international mainstream during the 1990s, with acts like Shabba Ranks,
Girls, everything.
Aini Kamoze,
Here come the hot step
Super Cat,
I'm not sure anymore. Oh, it's knocking at my door.
and Patra.
I'm on a romantic call. I'm talking to my baby down on me yard.
The leader of the just concluded Jamaica edition of the Red Bull Culture Clash, Salaam Remi, right now on our stage. Salaam, sir. Welcome.
Glad to be here.
Congratulations
Glad
on
to
your
be here.
big Jamaica win.
Thank you.
How was it for you?
It feels great. I mean, to be honest, it was a moment where, I never really step out, all the years of me doing things that are related to sound clash culture and even working in the dance hall market from 1990 to now. It's almost 30 years. And I never really looked to be in front of a camera or in front of something like this. So I really had a whole nother motivation when it came time and the opportunity arose to do a culture clash.
And what is that?
Well, pretty much, I'm really close with Jack Scorpio, which, he was almost like a second father figure to me. And he had a son that was around my age. And from the time we did Soundboy Killin' in 92, 93, and that became, somewhat of a hit in the American market, he had called me and said, look, I'm here, I'm working on my stuff, and there's an opportunity to maybe do a birthday party, around the first weekend in November. I'm trying to get my Black Scorpio sound back strong and figure out something. Cool. And I realized that coordinated with the date of the culture clash. So I said, you know what? If I do this, I'm gonna do this with you, and then don't worry about keeping something at another venue. We're gonna keep your birthday party in a stadium arena. So that was really my motivation in doing it, and I wanted to do something for Scorpio as someone who's helped myself and many other people, giving him an opportunity to compete in that market, because it wasn't like something that he would have been looked at for at, on his 67th birthday. So that was number one. And then number two was that, I've been working with my energy as far as do it for the culture for at least 3 or 4 years. Whereas then, you get to a point in your life when you have success and different things happen, but you ask yourself, why am I working? Am I working for money? Am I working because I want everybody to know I did it? And I realized it was more of I wanted to do music that I was putting back that I felt. I couldn't complain about anyone else's contribution to music if I wasn't contributing myself.
Okay.
And, I put together a team that wasn't hired guns. I didn't go and look for the hottest person of the week. Everybody on my team were people, Josh Snow, Corn, Spragga Benz, people that have been my friends for 25 years. My core team are people who had keys to my house and have spent hurricanes together and we ducked people together. And it was really just like a family thing where I was like, that's that. And even for the songs that we voiced, I didn't voice anybody that I didn't kind of know already, that I didn't work with from a long time, or that I had a relationship with, or Spragga didn't have a relationship with. It was really me presenting my take on the music, even though everybody's like, well, this one's hot now and that one's hot now. And I was like, that's cool, but I'm not playing it from a position of playing what's hot to win something. I'm playing it from the position of I want to present something and see what can happen. And even when the conversation was, what international, this and that can come in, and I was like, I'm going to Jamaica. Well, I have a strong Jamaican network, so that's who's my team. And when I'm looking for artists, why are we flying something in that is actually already here? So, the presentation and the win to me were deeper because I was able to get Frisco Kid and Terra Fabulous and Buck in there, and the artists that, we had Nadine Sutherland backstage and Ghost backstage, and people that we didn't even get a chance to present. but everybody was more like a family thing for me. And that's what makes it sweet. It wasn't necessarily, and it was on Scorpio's birthday, but it wasn't necessarily just for clash purposes. It was really because we're presenting in how we want to present it.
It was somewhat sentimental. You were bearing your soul in this
bearing my soul,
assignment.
but also my integrity and my morals as far as how I want to present myself. I'm not just looking for the hottest thing of the week. You know what I'm saying? We don't sell ourselves cheap for nobody.
A lot of you in that performance.
It was definitely, it was my quarterbacking and everyone else's execution, but down to the team. You know, everybody would have looked, they never would have seen Bambino in that light until he presented himself in that light. But I knew this because it could happen. And, you know, that's really the core for me. At the end of the day, Do It For The Culture is bigger than just a clash to me. Do It For The Culture is intention that I lead with. And if I'm doing something, I'm saying, well, is this how I feel about it, and this is how I want it to grow. And that's not even just to say cultural music versus slack music or anything like that, new versus old. It's just strictly, this is how I feel, and this is how we're bringing it forth.
So what takes up most of your time these days?
Well, I've had the opportunity, after having great success with many things, to be at home in Miami and really making the music I like. You know, there's a creative space that I've created for myself where, you know, with the success of even Cheerleader with Omi, doing billions of streams around the world, and, you know, there's some financial gains from those things, but I've really created my own creative space where I have just as many fruit trees as I have records and instruments. And I'm sitting down and just really creating. So I stay at home and I make what I like, and then we release it one by one. And this whole year I've been doing Do It For The Culture Part 2, releasing songs from Nas and Amy, and we have a new EP with Akon coming, and Stephen Marley, and The Grass Is Greener soundtrack. But I really just stay true to creative projects that feel like home. Yeah. And if it doesn't feel like something that's right, then let it go.
All right, so let's go back to the 1990s when you did so much to give listening and exposure to our dancehall.
Right.
Okay. What was your objective at the time? Did you have any kind of special aim for dancehall? That was it fulfilled? Your goal, your aspiration for the music?
In the 90s, I mean, I cannot complain about, you know, the success that I've been able to have over the years. Starting from 1990, 91, ultimately how it ultimately really came out for me was that I was in the radio space. I was helping out at WBLS. Bobby Condos was working there.
Yes.
He actually was working on a lot of dancehall and hip hop and house things. And my dad was also friends with Frankie Crocker, so my dad was in the business and he produced a lot of stuff. Back to 82, Dougie Fresh's first session in the studio was my dad cutting over the Kutchie rhythm with Sly and Robbie and having Dougie Fresh rap on it. So I'd always kind of grown up in New York where I feel like Jamaican culture is a part of New York culture. You know, at the same time I was looking for a Rapper's Delight, I was looking for a Yellow Man record. I also understood that both sides of it were there. So when it came up time for me in the early 90s as a producer in general, and they said, okay, hey, what can you do with these dancehall records? I understood it already. I understood, you know, I'm of Trinidadian and Bajan descent, but I already understood the culture of the music, and I knew how to take authentic hip hop and blend with that. So from, you know, my first gold plaque was Patra on Think, you know, on her first debut album. That was really, my success came from me being able to take whatever was organically happening in Jamaica, which was strong at the time, you know, the export of the songs, whether it was Murder, She Wrote, whether it was Wait the Man, whether it was, you know, things that were coming up, the strength of the music coming straight off the island. By the time it would get to me and they're saying, well, how are we gonna get this on Hot 97, or how are we gonna get it in the radio and the clubs? I was just able to turn around and put a good blend to it, keeping the potency of the music and then keeping the potency of the hip hop that I grew up with and making it work. So, you know, that ultimately culminated in the success of a Here Comes a Hot Stepper, or you know, ultimately the Fugees. You know, realistically, the Fugees came to me as they were Haitian because the label saw what I was doing with Mega Banton and Soundboy Killing. They saw how I was able to take the Caribbean cultural music and then make it happen. What the Fugees created and where it went was so much bigger, but it was still rooted in, you know, there's No Woman, No Cry cover on the album. It was still rooted in, you know, before Killing Me Softly, there's a Soundboy type of adaptation to Killing Me Softly on the album. And, you know, they, like myself, all of us growing up in New York, were in so much of the dance hall culture and what that felt like. We applied it to everything. And every time we applied what we learned in reggae and dancehall and the focus of songs and the way rhythms should be mixed and the way vocals should come across, we had huge success. So all through the 90s, you know, regardless of what genre I was producing, it still was based in my learning from working on dancehall artists and dancehall music.
So, wasn't there a specific set goal as to what you wanted for dance?
I was living
and
it.
For Caribbean music generally?
I was just living it. To be honest, I didn't know how big it could be. I didn't know how big it could be. When I turned around and the first time, you know, I even heard, you know, when Kamoze first heard the hit mix of Here Comes the Hot Stepper, I was just in the clubs. I was sitting there saying, we're playing the hip hop section, we're playing a classic section, we're playing a dancehall section. How is the DJ gonna mix between them? Myself and Funkmaster Flex came up together. So it was me and Flex in the car going, how are we gonna mix these in the red zones? How are we gonna mix these things in the club? And when I really got into it, I was just really mixing the records so that they would organically fit into what was happening. And those things were there. So, you know.
So the focus was mostly on the dance space.
It was on the experience of being in the club. I mean, dancehall music to me differently, say, from reggae.
Yes.
Is there's a reggae song, but if you mix it a certain way because you want to make the dance kind of move. And, you know, whether it was Dawn Penn's readaptation of No, 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 it was still set a little bit more aggressive, and even though it was a rockers thing, it was set up in a way where it would work in the club. It was made for a dance. It was made for you kind of feeling the energy. I remember when I was in the club and I first heard that, I was like, wow, this is it. So I think that the adaptation was for people to listen to, enjoy the music. That's how I felt about it. And that's still how I feel. I feel like when we go to approach something, sometimes people think it's the fastest song or the hypest song or the loudest song that's gonna actually make everybody feel good in the music, and sometimes it's a down-tempo song that touches their emotion. The music has to be right.
So do you feel that dancehall has lived up to its potential? Is what we're seeing now, dancehall now, is it the best dancehall can be?
What I would say to dancehall now is the same thing that I say to hip-hop now, is that there's just always room for balance. I think that we have a lot of things that are now in one particular direction, and you know, the youth of today grew up with an iPad in their hand. They grew up with a smartphone. You know, the things that we used to have a whole book bag and a card to find a number, a camera, everything else. Everybody else grew with these things in their hands. So the way that they consume music is out of a speaker of a phone a lot of times or something in a different space. So I just feel like there's a balance. There's, you know, what's microwave and happening real quick, and then there's also Dutch pot. There's also what takes some time to cook and come up from the root. And that's just where I'm based in life, and that's my contribution now, is to say, look, I can do some of this to add into what's going on. Because I think that there are a lot of artists who've done very well through social media and the internet as far as building their audience and building their current things that's happening. I just feel like they can use more tune. And differently from songs, tune. When you hear tune, it hits you, you feel away, you shift, your mood changes, everything else. I just think there's a little bit more tune that can actually happen for those artists. And you know, I'm here to collaborate with young, new, old, just do my part to try to continue the betterment of music, period. And dancehall definitely is in the forefront of that for me.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bless you. Salaam Remi right here on our stage. And stay with us, still to come, Kranium.
Last night, one piece of something.
Elephant Man. Wow. Bring it back.
Take it to them, take it to them, take it to them. Left side we find it. Elephant Man hotter than the climate. Short girl a wine, tall girl while we climb it.
All right, so we're excited to tell you that our Onstage TV app is now available in both the Apple and Android stores. Download it, share it, and be on our stage anywhere, everywhere, always. International dancehall recording star Kranium has not looked back since Nobody Has to Know in 2013.
Nobody nothing knows that me and you are touch.
And brings to our stage right now details of his latest feat in international music. Kranium, sir. Blessed love, sir. Welcome.
Happy
Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm there.
Good to see you after quite some time now.
A long time. You haven't been here for a while yet.
Yes, sir. So jump out and update us. Since you break out, what happened since you break out?
A lot, you know what I mean? I put in a lot of work, you know what I mean? Release a lot of singles. I haven't dropped an album since 2014 because I feel like the focus on me was always like getting at least a record a year, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, dancehall music, the songs them always take a longer time to actually break. You know what I mean? So you always have to give yourself time to work this record.
Yes.
So over the years I've been just dropping, you know what I mean, singles and working the records to get on the right playlist and be on the right path, because as I said, it's not an easy road that we trod. You know what I'm saying? It's a very hard road. But just me being a lover of dancehall music and being a lover of music, I always take the time and be patient and just work over the years.
So do you ignore the call for more records from you, Kranium? More records? What's the latest?
Yeah, I mean...
And stay focused or what?
Yeah, you always have people who say, yo, the money if you drop more music and drop
Yes.
more songs, but you know what I mean? It's not what them say, it's how you feel and where you're comfortable with doing. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, one good song is better than 15 known songs. You know, I always want a hit song. That is just my thing. I just love it song. I love the feel of it. I love what it do. I love being
But
in
you
the right
have to
mood.
work it, is it?
You have to work it. There's no way a song is gonna just get up and move like that. You have to work a record. It's very rare one song will just go and fly through the gate.
And you also need to give it time.
Have to give it time. It's very important that you have to have patience. A man who has the level of breaking a record always turn them ears off to dancehall music for some reason, I don't know. So it's very hard to really get into those doors. So now if a man shut the door there, so now you have to attack it from a different angle. Whether you go through Canada, you go through New York, or you go through London, because those three places are like the most dominant places of like Caribbean culture. And you want the Caribbean a part of the thing to keep it moving. So you have to always like be patient and know. So if it don't work here, you try it there. If it don't work there, you try it there. So it takes a lot of time and you need patience.
So what's on the cutting table right now in terms of project?
Right now I have the album coming out soon. It's called
Yes.
Midnight Sparks. I'm actually working the current single called In Charge. I just dropped it. I saw it was #1 trending in Jamaica as the first. I had a song that trended #1 for a minute. So I was like, yeah.
In Jamaica,
yeah, the
yes.
reaction was very good and the song is doing very good and people really love it. I see it's getting on most of the playlists.
Just stick a pin. Let us take a little piece of that song right now. Here we go.
Your body feel good, I love it when I'm inside. And my girl, me no bully, but I'm in charge, yeah.
Right, there you have it. The man in charge. That's the title, In Charge.
Yeah.
Kranium on our stage right now. Okay, sir? All right, so that's doing well. Jamaicans like it.
People reacting
#1
to it.
trending right now.
Yeah, it was trending for #1 and it's doing good. The numbers is good. You know what I mean? It's always can be better, you know what I mean? And that's the whole thing. But as I say, everything takes time. Like everything you see, like even nobody else knows went gold after like 3.5, 4 years.
Yes.
Because it's all time. It takes
You
so
should
much
say
time.
that again, that it's after 4 years that
Yeah.
it went
So
gold.
cool, yeah.
So again, that just...
Patience. What it just shows you.
Just underline your patience. That's what you meant. You're actually achieving it, my friend.
Yeah, it's just timing.
So you're a
man.
living example of that patience.
Just be patient because everything takes time in this genre. Everything takes time because of a lot of different reasons. You know what I mean?
Does the mainstream see you different? In other words, because you're based in New York.
Yeah.
And your attitude, your patience, your whatever. Do you stand out? Are you different?
I mean, I would hope I stand out, you know what I'm saying? 100%. But
Yes.
I mean, I don't think, you know what it is? I feel like when you have a proper team and you have somebody who talk to you
Yes.
separately from you, just listen to yourself, it make a big difference.
And you listen to them?
I listen a lot, yeah, I listen a lot.
Oh, cool.
Because when I got the first record, I get to see what it's like to have a song that put you on a certain platform with just being patient and listening. So if a manager link me and say, you need to do this. It's for example, like when I did a tour with me and Tory Lanez.
Yes.
I was on tour for 3 months in a charger, in a 2-door charger, just me and my DJ, because I couldn't afford no security and I couldn't afford nobody else.
Okay.
And I was on tour in a charger, and it was one of the best experiences I ever had in my life. But there was calls for other show prior to the tour. But I just decided to say, you know, if I go up on this tour, that's exposure for me. That's like stage present. That's me building a network, a communication with other artists. I met A Boogie
It's
and
like
tour.
learning the ropes.
It was the best choice I ever made in my life, you know what I mean? And it was very hard because, as I said, me an artist, me have one of the biggest songs in the world, and me up on tour in a charger. Average man, not enough regular man, not. Them now got things say, yo, forget them.
3 months of that?
3 months on tour in a charger in winter. So I went on tour September 18 and the tour done the 24th of December. And I was on tour Tory Lanez for three months back to back every night. And it's not like I get paid. All I get paid for was gas and hotel, and that's it.
And that changed your life
Changed
forever?
my life. I'm going to look for it because I know the outcome of that tour, what it would be, or that changed me. And my presence would be with the market and learning different parts of America and learning like the music scene of it. And then I get to see how dancehall is being played. Like
Yes.
the average dancehall song will get big on one part. You get big on the East Coast. And
Yes.
then it is just pitch patch like the West Coast certain part, you know what I mean? And I get to see what it's like and be like, yo, the music is really bigger than just this, you know what I'm saying? It just teach me a lot of stuff where humble me and make me have sense on a different level of like thinking.
So what did you find to be some of the barriers?
To me, you know what the problem is to me, dancehall, like everybody keep on a complain and say, oh, we need unity and all these things. Yes, we do need unity, but at the end of the day, like structure is the most important thing. Like dancehall don't even have a business. You know what I mean? There's no business and everybody keep complaining and this is the reason why you have people who do dancehall don't benefit as much as a man who use dancehall. Because the person who are using it have a proper structure and a proper plan placed in front to do it. And then everybody across the young artists, them must say the artists them too hype and the artists them now do the right thing. But remember, most of these problems that we are facing is because most of these artists who came before us do bare foolishness on the road. So the foolishness when them do on the road now, we are get the beaten feet because a man feel like we and them are the same thing.
Can you specify some of the things that we've done?
Like simple things like even man if we go a show for 1 o'clock and them come out in bed 1:45. Simple things of a man like them got the venue and them set is 45 minutes and them the 25 minutes. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, like them, the man for the airport, if you catch them flight, they miss them flight, show get cancelled. Like,
Man come to interview, no show up.
come to interview, no show up. You know what I mean? So these things just create all these bad blood for we and then it's just that over the years, somehow we try to fix it and we try, you know what I mean? And then it become a one-man thing. Like, if I realize there's always, in dancehall, there's always like 2 artists at the big thing. It's never be like 4 or 5. It's very rare you find 5 artists at the same time. You know what I mean?
Beat it, yes.
I beat it because these are just all the people them just can't cope 2 at a time. You know what I mean? The business just seems to just take on to 2 because they can't bother with the bagger. Most people want help, you know, don't get me wrong, a lot of them really love the music and I love the genre, they just can't bother with the headache where it come with.
Could that explain why they go for Rihanna, Drake, and some of these guys, and even maybe yourself, over the guys who are here?
No, the problem is, the thing is, as I said, it's just that we need more proper structure of management and other people. It's like if me not like you, I mean, and deal. At least my manager and your man is supposed to can talk and do what them do. And
do business.
You know, because me and have to be friends. Yeah. Unity are the least of the problem. You know? To me,
it's
unity
business.
are the least.
Let's apply the principles of business.
Unity are the least of the problem. Me and you have to be friends. You don't have to like me, I don't have to like you. But when it comes down to business, you can't, yo, me I do a show to them, yo, I want to, them man on the show, me not do it. So them things they now create a riff. And then the artists them again, come on beat some of them back then, you know. Enough of them back then when them get the big run, there was no artist where them bring on stage for open the show for them to pass on the baton to the next artist become big. You know what I mean? So these things now, at least in a hip hop, when a man get big, he might go up and tour the label and send the new artists where them signed to go up and tour the artist. So now it's a thing we just continue going. You know what I mean? It's always a star. If you realize it's always a star that's being built in the hip hop genre. And don't get me wrong, them have problems to like we. But the only difference is them structure, it boils down to. You have a one person when a business about phone, a personal thing, them go out and them do the thing.
There's a powerful infrastructure in which they fit.
Yeah.
And that infrastructure are people who know the business. These are who are the guardians of it.
And that's what it is, and we're missing that. We lack that a lot, and then we are going to always suffer this because the conversation is going to keep on going on and going on and going on. The music is not where it's supposed to be. Yes, because of certain things that happened in the past that we as a new artists them have to do and try to fix that. And people have to support the artists them too, like the media. Like sometimes them post some foolishness about some artists sometimes I wonder like when you feel like, you know what I mean? I understand the whole clickbait thing and the thing, but sometimes I have to balance out the thing within the good and the bad, and I can't just always paint the bad picture on the artist them. Because when you're painting the bad picture on the artist them, there are people looking in. And I first thing you see like the whole thing what I see with the Shaggy thing the other day, I don't want to get into that, but I see like a thing and he have to come and explain himself and then he might get caught up with the whole Disney thing. Like them things, they are just foolishness, you know what I mean? Because I don't know when I create to mess up a man whole thing and a whole movement. Because if you do love dancehall, support it to the fullest and make sure I highlight the right things them and just leave out some foolishness, you know what I mean?
Wow. Kranium boy, we really appreciate this talk. I hope people are listening.
Yeah, I hope so.
You know what I mean? And they listen, they watch, they hear, but are they listening?
I
hope so.
Right,
I hope they're listening because there's so much potential here that is yet exploited and properly
the artists
positioned.
are talented.
Yeah.
They're very talented. The
Lots of it.
Lots of them talented. Will be a talent there.
So the focus right now is Abo.
focus right now is the album Midnight Sparks, the single I'm working right now. And I'm doing some work right now with other artists and producers, you know, like Marcus Records and Jack and Sparks and everybody. So it's just like, I just work, me I do work, you know what I mean, and just continue, just do as much as I can to contribute my part, and whatever happen.
Well, Bridging, the right attitude and discipline there, it's clear. So progress must come and success. Congrats again, brother, on all your success, and continue to do the work here, sir. Be the example that we all need. All right, stay with us right here on stage. Still to come, the Energy God.
Tell them so we find it.
Wow, Dancehall Now, find it. We'll be back.
Watch how the girl them a whine it. Tell them so we find it. Anyway the dance so we find it.
All right, so we're excited to tell you that our Onstage TV app is now available in both the Apple and Android stores. Download it, share it, and be on our stage anywhere, everywhere, always. It was dance moves and street slangs that gave him the all-important break as a solo artist in the first place.
Oh, Jamban. From a party make we start it elephant make uno cool.
And now, after being all over the place, straying and doing all kinds of things,
Do the right thing.
and find it again. Yeah? Elephant Man, the energy god, the energy is back.
Tell them so we find it.
Right now on our stage.
Listen,
love, sir.
Shizzle, and you know the things I already.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, guys. Welcome back.
For your slang, me have to tell you the first thing.
Yeah.
Before we come out, thirst is nothing.
Yes.
Image is everything.
Yes.
Obey your image, and I can see you're obeying it. Shizzle. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think this comeback started at Reggae Songfest.
Yep.
Would you agree with that?
Look, if I disagree with you, me then I lie and I cheat myself in the music, of course.
What a mighty God win. Whoa, what a mighty God.
Yes, that Songfest performance changed the game.
Reggae Songfest was the Cristiano Ronaldo boots, football boots where kick off back everything.
Okay.
Yes.
So you were inspired by that performance and the response you got from it?
Yes, because it's like, this Sumfest is like all the Jamaican people them came together, them put on them foot and show the people them across the world that this is our culture, this is our country, this is our music. We got to full joy it. And the people from across the world, the fans them, they came together, blended in with the Jamaicans and say, you know what, we're going to embrace you guys and we come here to embrace the artists. The only thing can go wrong is the artists them not bringing it. Bring it and let us just have the greatest night ever. And when I was in my bus, saw you on the road, people have to give you a soldier climbing to go over the venue, looking, when I see the gate at Sumfest, oh, tremendous it was, the people them cannot go in. I'm like, whoa, dancehall is back in full force, the love, because sometimes when things is not right, energy drop, and the energy for dancehall is up. The unification, everything, that's why that is important, artist-wise, and the dancehall scene musically, we need to keep the trend up because this is what them love Winford.
All right, sir. Stick a pin right now and let's go to the Find It.
Shizzle.
We have found it. The legendary city of dancing. Can you feel the spirit of the legendary dancers among us? Their presence is with us. Dancers, find it! Find it! We find it! We find it! Search and seek and find it. The dancer them find it. Watch how the girl them a whine it. Tell them so we find it.
Mad.
That's one of the biggest, most exciting local videos that I've seen in a long time. Jay Will, enough respect, sir. You find it.
Find it. Well, to me, I have to say, the dancers them Winford. Look, to all the dancers who participate in this video, I just want to take off my eyeglass when I tell you this. Remember, images everything, so make sure no matter no day in my eye. Uno find it. Look on talent, Look how we Jamaican dancers, them talented.
Oh, wow.
Yo, just watching the video and see them move them and the craft them, how them take them things serious. So why not stand for them? I'm standing for them. I'm standing for our culture. And the video make cold bump run all over me. Like, for instance, I travel, I know the power of our music. When people see this, abroad, this is going to drive them crazy. Yeah. And the dancers, them, it's like, people can just reach out to any dancer, call them, yo, come do this gig, come whatever, because the talent is humongous. Look what them do, how them bring this video to life. Yo, I'm watching it and I'm entertained from start to finish. Big them up.
All right, Ellie.
Yes.
Now, the big debate, dancehall now.
Yeah.
Trap dancehall, the youth, the kids are onto that and trending in that direction.
Yeah.
The original, at the same time, the organic dancehall is more potent offshore.
Yeah.
Is it now then that it is exported like reggae? Well, that organic dancehall is migrated and like reggae did?
First and foremost, let me big up the team. Scatter, Cecile, left side, Conley, Joe, Bogdanovich. Big up, you don't know, Down Sound Production. For me, I travel. And, big up to the artists them who are the trap, and big up to the artists them who do the authentic dancehall. What I would like for the artists them that's doing trap to adapt from the authentic dancehall, united with stand divided with fall, and put that with a little trap, a little dancehall, blush.
Yes.
And you would see how it ignites, and it would do good for them. Because remember, when Elephant Man was in Scare Them and I went on my own, like, I adapt so much from Bounty Killer, Ninja Man, Shabba Ranks, you see me? I look up to some of these great artists and I try to, bring my craft to life with some of the great stage performance from Ninja Man, Tiger himself and all of them. So what I'm saying, I'm not here to beat down what that guy doing and beat down what this artist doing. But the authentic dancehall, it's creating waves all over the place. Nicki Minaj, she have a lot of competition out there, and Cardi B and them all going at each other and doing them thing, girls thing, them are going good. But when Nicki Minaj do and raise the bar, pull up if you're feeling lonely. Who for rhythm she go for? She go for a producer with on Christian, Danny Brownie. Bum, 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 bum. And it. Why? She could have stick to PR thing and do a little R&B thing because trap is a little R&B and a little reggae, but she come authentic reggae because they like what we are doing. So we don't need to run from the
who you are.
Yeah.
Your
understand?
identity.
Yeah, this how
you have the foundation.
When me do Pond the River.
You have identity.
Listen me. When me do Pond the River. When Pond the River carry me go BT Awards. When me dip on the red carpet, Jennifer Lopez run me down and drop, and me have to take her up. That's how excited she is to see me. Me never. You understand? And at the authentic Pond the River, the dancer them, the firelings dance them over inner and our Jamaican culture and paper and light and the thunderclap them and the signal, the plane and the call down the rain them and they love what we are doing. When me and Janet Jackson, they on BT, when we came out on stage, Janet Jackson was doing all of the things them and she want everything. She booked an hour different from the BT rehearsal for me to show her that. Why are these people so interested in our culture? We have it down here. So all I'm saying, now fight against the music, I say to the trap artists them, mix little of the dancehall thing, we do nothing, and make the thing work. Because the people, it come like me, I go say Bob Marley not exist. Bob Marley is the original reggae man, so if you go around that. So you can't go around dancehall, big up trap, same way, love it, everything, but mix it, brother. You understand? So if me come and try to deny Bob Marley what? Through the king of there, me I go say, and through we in the decade change and we there so I do our thing, me now go acknowledge the greatness what Bob Marley do. And then now, me just do it because the internet and two little people around me. But when me go to the real place, me go LA, me go New York, and when me say who are the man, Bob Marley have him own day in Canada. Did you know that? One whole day Bob Marley, no matter where you turn, and when you go under your bed, it's up on your radio. You're going to the grocery store, Bob Marley, one whole day. I can't go around that fact because you understand how we have to live and learn from that. So we take a little of that. We keep the spirit going. Keep the spirit of dancehall. You cannot wipe out the spirit of dancehall. Keep it. So you add your energy to dancehall energy and just see the fusion we create. You understand? Big explosion, brother. Me can't forget what Bob Marley do, so me have to always when me dey on my show them level. I got to leave you now. One love. Yeah. Yeah. Woman that grow we good.
That's your,
we get good telling.
That's your foundation, my friend. That's your identity.
You have to get the thing. You understand?
It's like you're black and running away from being black.
Bro. So, me just have to leave you.
Gotta be who you are.
Yeah, don't run from the thing. Don't run from it.
We are who we are.
Represent it, man. Represent it. Put on a little trap with dancehall and just create that something there.
So what next? Where you go from here?
Well, what next? It's gonna be crazy because, you know, we're finding it. So after we find it now, you have the second single, Shh. Don't ready yet.
Okay.
Don't ready yet. You're gonna see me back here by now and December. I'm telling you.
All right.
Remember, I told you that.
We welcome you anytime, sir.
And you know, that time now, me and you get to talk with something, them, and you understand?
Yeah, well,
so
let us bask in the glory of this and talk about now your move to Down Sound Records.
Yeah, well, right now
it's a restart going on at Down Sound Records.
Yeah. And
a reset.
Yeah, and I got to big up Scatter and Joe. They reach out after Reggae Summer Fest. I was in Costa Rica. They reach out and said, you know what, Elephant, we are seeing the talent and we see the energy. We need this in dancehall. What can we do? Come back from Costa Rica, come to Jamaica, link up Scatter and Joe, and we say, all right, let's do this for the love of dancehall, you know? Scatter said, look, we have left side on the team. We got Conley, we got Cecile, and I'm like, you know what? We need to put a team together. We need to represent for dancehall to the fullest. You understand?
Yeah.
Where people can say, this hardcore type of dancehall music coming out from this channel. You understand? Our music are for everybody. Our music are for who love trap, and for who love original dancehall worldwide. You understand? And we are representing to the fullest because the dancehall need it. Like the rhythm alone, the beat alone, just have the people them going crazy Winford. Like, put on the tune, put on the rhythm of Elephant do. I say, yes, this is it now. Palmer Rock, them ready for dance and sweat. We need back that thing. Me can't take when me there in New York and me a little dance and me itch up in the corner like me come to shoot up the club or whatever, stressing. No, me not in that something there. Me are the artists who keep the part of the music, the happy, and that's what me and my team is doing right now.
So it's a what? A production deal with Down Sound, management, production, the whole 9 yard?
Well, we got a production deal, you understand? And right now, Down Sound, them I monitor the thing right now.
Yes.
When it comes to Energy God. You understand?
Elephant man, who want I think, man? I want you on the front line always.
Always.
Because you've been saying all of that.
Yep.
All your career.
Every time.
And because you find it again.
No.
And then you're always calling for unity, love, happiness in dancehall.
Yep.
This kid from Seaview Garden.
Yep, good to go.
From when he was scared him. When he was not scared with.
Yep. So,
okay.
You know the thing though. Image is everything.
Oh boy, it's always good to have you.
Pleasure.
Don't energy all the while.
Yep.
All right, there you have him. Find it.
Yep.
And exploding, ascending right now. The Energy God.
Tell them so we find it.
And that's our show for this week. Winford Williams, on behalf of all of us, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more excitement on this stage. All right, thanks for watching our video. You know what to do. Click, subscribe, and be on our stage always.